hit by the biggest storm to strike the island in nearly 30 years. Typhoon Kongray has been packing maximum wind speeds of over 184 kilometres an hour. Waves of up to 10 metres are pounding the shores along the island's mountainous east coast, where the typhoon has made landfall. Weather forecasters are warning that torrential rain will affect most of the island. I'm joined now by DW correspondent James Chater in Taipei. James, the typhoon just made landfall. How big is its impact?
Absolutely. Well, the entirety of this island is essentially on lockdown today. Schools, businesses, financial markets all shut in preparation for the arrival of this storm, the strongest typhoon to hit Taiwan in nearly 3 decades. We expect this typhoon to have weakened somewhat as it approached Taiwan's eastern coast as it moved in from the Pacific Ocean, but still packing some gusts of up to 150 miles per hour and bringing strong wind and rain to the majority of Taiwan over the course of today and likely into the evening too. The areas of most concern, though, as you alluded to in that introduction, is in the eastern and mountainous parts of Taiwan. This is part of Taiwan where the infrastructure is not quite as complex, more sparsely populated, and is more prone to the impacts of these typhoons. From those areas, we understand some 1,000 people have been evacuated from high-risk areas, and some 36,000 troops remain on standby to assist with emergency operations. In terms of the future path of this typhoon, we're expecting it to move over the Taiwanese mainland over the course of today and into tomorrow, moving out into the Taiwan Strait, weakening again as it approaches China, the southeastern provinces of China, where officials have already also issued warnings for the approaching storm.
You say the whole island is affected. Just explain to our viewers who haven't been to Taiwan how you evacuate an entire island. I mean, you can't just take everyone off the island, can you?
Yeah, absolutely. So important to point out, it's not an evacuation per se. What happens when it's a typhoon day, as they're called in Taiwan, is the majority of schools and businesses remain shut. Authorities urge residents to remain at home as far as possible. The people who are evacuated are in more specific areas. Again, as I mentioned, in mountainous areas where they're more prone to landslides, more prone to receive heavy wind and rain. So it's not that people are completely evacuated from entire cities. People are encouraged to stay at home as far as possible. So life does feel strange. A lot of the normal operations of businesses are shut down, but it's only in those key areas more prone to the worst impacts of this typhoon that see evacuations.
Has there ever been a typhoon season like this one this year?
Yeah, we're already on the 3rd typhoon of this typhoon season in Taiwan, which usually runs from May to October. We had Typhoon Gamy in July, then Typhoon Krathon hitting Taiwan just a couple of weeks ago in early October, and now this typhoon, again, one of the strongest to hit Taiwan in nearly 3 decades. And what I think climate scientists and authorities will be looking at is really the unpredictability of these storms. We've seen with this storm just how late it's come in the typhoon season, likely to be impacting Taiwan into November, beyond the usual typhoon season. And that's something that authorities looking ahead will be thinking about how to manage the unpredictability of these storms, the speed with which they're intensifying, and also the time frame in which they can hit Taiwan, possibly enlarging in the years ahead.
James